Isabela was a 27-year-old young woman living in Salvador. She worked as a journalist for a renowned city newspaper and was known for her dedication and passion for her work. Despite her professional success, her personal life was marked by a series of romantic disappointments that left her skeptical about love. Isabela had convinced herself that true love was merely an illusion created by movies and books, and had decided to focus on her career, leaving romance aside. Everything changed one autumn afternoon when Isabela received a special assignment, to write an article about the most exciting love story she could find in the city. Reluctant at first, she accepted the challenge, seeing it as another opportunity to showcase her talent as a journalist. Determined to find an authentic and exciting story, Isabela began her search by interviewing couples in parks, cafes, and local events. It was in one of those cafes that Isabela met Lucas, a 30-year-old man who was reading a book alone at a table in the corner. Attracted by his calm appearance and curious to know more about him, Isabela approached and asked if he would be willing to share an interesting love story. Lucas, with an enigmatic smile, said he knew a story, but she would need time to fully understand it. Curious, Isabela accepted Lucas's invitation for a walk around the city while he told the story. They walked through the streets of Salvador, and Lucas began to narrate the story of Rafael and Maria, a couple who fell deeply in love in their youth. Rafael was a talented musician from a humble family, while Maria was the daughter of an influential businessman in the city. Despite social differences, the love between the two blossomed intensely and passionately. However, the love story of Rafael and Maria was interrupted by the opposition of Maria's family, who disapproved of the relationship due to social status issues. Pressured by her father, Maria was sent abroad to study, while Rafael stayed in Salvador, trying to move on with his life. Years passed, and both went their separate ways, but the love they felt for each other never completely disappeared. As Lucas narrated the story, Isabela felt a growing connection with him. There was something in his voice, in his gaze, that made her believe in the truth of the story. They began to meet regularly, and each meeting revealed more details about Rafael and Maria, and also allowed Isabela to get to know Lucas better. He was a kind, intelligent, and sensitive man, who seemed to understand the complexities of love in a way Isabela had never encountered before. Over time, Isabela began to realize that the story of Rafael and Maria was actually the story of Lucas's parents. He had discovered old letters and diaries that revealed the deep love his parents shared, despite the difficulties they faced. Lucas's account was not just a love story for Isabela's article, but a significant part of his own life and identity. The twist came when, upon investigating more about Maria's past, Isabela discovered that she had returned to Salvador, living in a retirement home. Feeling compelled to reunite the two lovers, Isabela and Lucas decided to visit Maria. Upon arrival, they were greeted by a white-haired lady with a gentle smile, who immediately recognized the son she hadn't seen in many years. The reunion was emotional. Maria recounted how she had never stopped loving Rafael, but life circumstances had kept them apart. Lucas revealed to his mother that he had found Rafael's diary, where he expressed his eternal love for Maria, even in his last days. In tears, Maria thanked Isabela for tying the loose ends of her story and for bringing back her son. Inspired by Maria's reunion with her past, Isabela and Lucas began to realize that their own feelings for each other had transformed into something deeper. The journey that brought them together not only uncovered a lost love story but also planted the seeds of a new love between them. Isabela, once skeptical and disillusioned, found in Lucas the confidence to believe in love again. Isabela's article was a success, touching readers with Rafael and Maria's story. But the true triumph was the transformation the experience brought to her own life. She and Lucas began to explore the city together, no longer as journalist and interviewee, but as partners who shared dreams and hopes. Rafael and Maria's love became an inspiration for Isabela and Lucas, constantly reminding them that, even in the face of adversity, true love finds a way to prevail. They decided to honor the memory of Lucas's parents by creating a small memorial in the square where Rafael used to play his music, a place where other couples could be inspired by the story that spanned generations. Isabela and Lucas discovered that, in the end, love is a powerful force that can unite people in unexpected ways and transform lives. And so, amid the vibrant streets of Salvador, where past and present meet, they continued to write their own love story, a story that began with a simple work assignment and became the most important chapter of their lives. Isabela and Lucas's story is not just about the meeting of two souls but about rediscovering the ability to love, even after past disappointments and pains. They learned that true love is resilient, capable of transcending time and difficulties, and that sometimes, one needs to open their heart to find happiness where it's least expected. And so, under the starry skies of Salvador, amidst laughter and embraces, Isabela and Lucas continued building a life together, inspired by the strength of the love that united their destinies.